From the moment this message reaches you, I want you to take a deep breath and really listen closely, because what I'm about to share with you is not only important, but it's something that could directly affect your life, your payments, and your peace of mind over the next few days. Many older Australians often say that they feel like they are the last to hear about big changes, especially when those changes involve their pension or their Centrelink benefits. And that's exactly why today's update matters so deeply, because for the next 72 hours, something significant is unfolding, and I want to make sure you know about it before anyone else. That's why you're here, and that's why this video exists, to keep you informed, supported, and prepared for what's coming next. If you rely on the age pension, if you receive any form of Centrelink support, or if someone you love does, then you absolutely need to hear every detail of this update. And before we go any further, I kindly encourage you to subscribe to this channel so you never miss these important updates. Your subscription ensures you always have someone watching out for you, explaining everything in simple, clear language, and helping you understand what the next steps are so you feel protected, respected, and well informed. This update has already caused confusion for many seniors, especially those who aren't sure what these upcoming changes actually mean for their payments, their entitlements, and their financial stability. That's why today we are breaking everything down calmly, slowly, and clearly, with no complicated wording, no stress, and no unnecessary noise, just the facts you need to know to feel secure. You will understand exactly what this 72-hour alert means, who it affects, why it matters, and what you should expect from Centrelink during this period. And most importantly, you will walk away knowing what parts of this announcement you need to pay attention to so you don't miss any benefit, deadline, or requirement that could impact your payments. Let's begin by taking a closer look at where this alert comes from and why it was issued in the first place. In the last few days, authorities overseeing welfare and pension operations confirmed that a series of administrative adjustments and system updates are being carried out. These are not political changes, and they are not tied to any party or any individual. They are simply official updates coming from the agencies that manage and process payments. Now, these agencies have clarified that some of the changes will happen quietly in the background, while others may temporarily affect payment processing, eligibility checks, or data verification. What makes this announcement unique is the time frame, the 72-hour window, which indicates that these actions are happening quickly and affect a large number of pensioners at the same time. For many older Australians, hearing something like this can easily bring worry. You may wonder whether your payment will be delayed, whether your allowance will change, or whether you need to take action to keep receiving your regular support. That's completely understandable, and it's why I'm here to help. Let's go through everything carefully so you know exactly what's happening and what it means for you. The most important thing to understand right now is that this 72-hour alert does not mean that payments are being stopped. It does not mean your pension is being removed. And it does not mean you are suddenly losing your benefits. Instead, it means that Centrelink is making some adjustments, and those adjustments may require you to pay attention to your details, your bank information, or your correspondence in the coming days. One of the reasons this update has gained so much attention is because it affects people differently based on the type of payment they receive. For those on the age pension, the update may involve how your eligibility details are being reviewed or how your next payment is scheduled. For those receiving other supports, like the pension supplement, the energy supplement, rent assistance, or carer payments, there may be small administrative checks that must be completed so your details remain confirmed in the system. These checks are not new, but the timing of them is what makes this alert so important, because all of this is happening at once in a short period of time. Now, you might be wondering why these checks matter. The truth is, Centrelink relies on accurate information to make sure payments are delivered correctly. That includes your income, your assets, your living arrangements, your partner status, and your bank information. When the system is updated, even small details, like an old bank account that's no longer active or a small change in your living situation can trigger a review or hold your payment for verification. And this is especially true during major administrative updates like the one occurring now. That's why authorities issued the 72-hour alert to make sure pensioners are aware that if they notice any unexpected messages, letters, or requests for information, they should not ignore them. But here's the good news. None of this means you should panic or worry. These updates are normal, and they are meant to make the system more stable and reliable. What matters most is that you stay informed, check your notifications, and understand what your responsibilities are, if any. Many pensioners will not need to do anything at all. Their details will already be correct, and their payments will continue normally. For others, however, the system may ask for a confirmation of a detail or a quick update to make sure your record is complete. Let's talk for a moment about why these system updates are necessary in the first place. Over the last few years, Australia's welfare system has grown more digitised. Payments, eligibility reviews, medical certificates, asset declarations, and other information are all processed through advanced data systems. When authorities update these systems, they need to ensure that everything is synchronized, meaning that all your records match across different parts of the system. Sometimes these updates are pre-scheduled, and other times they happen because the system is being upgraded to handle new payment structures, new verification steps, or new reporting tools. During these upgrades, the system temporarily slows down or performs background checks. Think of it like updating a mobile phone or computer. When the device updates, it might restart, check for errors, or synchronize information. The same thing happens here, except on a much larger scale, involving millions of Australians who receive support through Centrelink. And when an update like this affects pensioners directly, authorities provide alerts so people know what to watch out for, what to expect, and how to stay ahead. So let's explore the areas that are most likely to affect seniors during this 72-hour period. One of the biggest areas is payment timing. While payments are not being cancelled, some may see minor delays if the system is still finalizing verification or processing adjustments. Most people will still receive payments on their usual day, but there may be a small number of cases where payments take slightly longer to appear. This is normal during system updates and usually resolves within a day or two. If your payment normally arrives early in the morning and it arrives later in the day instead, this does not mean something is wrong. It simply means the update may have slowed down processing. Another area that may be affected is online account access. During previous system updates, some users experienced temporary difficulty logging in, checking their payment history, or updating details in their MyGov account. These issues usually resolve quickly, but they can cause confusion if you're trying to confirm a payment or respond to a notification. That's why it's important to stay calm and not worry if your account briefly shows an error message or if a page takes longer to load. These system slowdowns are common during updates and do not mean your payment has been stopped. Next, let's talk about verification messages, because this is the part that worries most seniors. Sometimes during system updates, Centrelink's automated system may send out messages asking you to confirm a detail, update information, or provide clarification. You may receive these notifications through your MyGov inbox, the Express Plus Centrelink app, email, alerts only, or by mail. Remember, Centrelink never asks for banking details through text messages or suspicious links. Official requests always appear in your MyGov inbox. If you receive a message asking for information, make sure it is coming from your actual MyGov account, not from a random text or email. The kinds of verification requests that may appear include confirmation of your bank account details, confirmation of your living situation, or updates to your income and asset information. These requests are routine and part of Centrelink's responsibility to keep your file accurate. If you do receive a Verify Cation request, it does not automatically mean something is wrong. It may simply mean the system is updating and needs to reconfirm a detail that hasn't been checked in a while. The most important thing is not to ignore these messages. If you respond promptly, your payment will continue smoothly without delay. Now, let's spend a moment discussing age pension recipients, because this alert especially applies to them. Age pensioners form a large part of Australia's senior population, and they rely heavily on consistent and predictable payments. During system updates, their details are among the most carefully monitored to ensure no one is accidentally missed. This is why the 72-hour period is important. You may be among the group whose details are being synchronized, and understanding this can help you feel more prepared. For age pension recipients, this period may involve updates related to income reporting, partner income verification, or the annual review of assets. In many cases, these updates happen automatically using the details you have already provided. But in some cases, the system may ask for more recent information to ensure the payment amount is accurate. For example, if you recently changed banks, Centrelink may ask you to confirm your new account. If you recently moved, the system may request confirmation of your address. These requests are normal and part of keeping the system up to date. Next, let's talk about supplementary payments, because many seniors receive more than just the basic age pension. You may receive the pension supplement, the energy supplement, rent assistance, or other forms of support. These payments often depend on specific eligibility conditions, and if the system does not have updated information, it may temporarily pause one of these supplements until verification is complete. Again, this does not mean you are losing the benefit. It simply means the system needs updated details. And once you provide the information, the payment will continue, often with back pay if necessary. The 72-hour alert also affects seniors who receive support through the Commonwealth Seniors Health Card or similar concessions. These cards depend on income thresholds, which the system periodically checks. During the update period, the system may verify your income information from tax records or other data sources. If something needs clarification, you may receive a notification. The important thing to remember is that most seniors remain eligible for their concessions without needing to do anything. Only a small number of people will receive requests for updated income information. Now let's shift our attention to another important group, carers. Many older Australians care for a spouse or partner with health challenges, and they depend on carer payment or carer allowance. During the system update, the details related to care needs, medical certificates, and carer responsibilities may also be reviewed. If you are a carer, you may receive a request to update a form or confirm your care situation. This is standard procedure and not something to be alarmed about. The update period simply triggers a synchronization of your information with the health records and supporting documents that may already be on file. Another group involved in the alert includes seniors receiving disability-related support, such as disability support pension recipients, who are also older adults. Their records sometimes require verification of medical information, living arrangements, or overseas travel declarations. This update window may trigger a review for some individuals. Again, these reviews are not new. They simply happen more frequently when the system undergoes a major update. Let's talk more about why this 72-hour timeframe matters. Most administrative updates occur without public alerts, but this one is different because the change is larger and affects more people. A 72-hour window indicates that the system is performing several processes at once: payment checks, eligibility updates, synchronization of MyGov data, and integration of internal records. It also signals that some features may temporarily slow down or reset as updates are applied. The purpose of the alert is to ensure pensioners know to pay attention to messages and check their accounts so they are not caught off guard. For example, if you receive a message asking you to confirm your details, you should know that it is related to this update and not a surprise review. If your payment shows as pending for a short time, You'll understand that this is normal during system updates. If your account takes longer to load or shows a temporary glitch, you'll know not to worry. And if you receive a letter by mail, you'll understand why it arrived during this window and what it likely relates to. It's important to remember that Centrelink's system processes millions of transactions every week. When major updates are being applied, the system must ensure that every person's record is accurate, complete, and functioning correctly. That includes confirming bank accounts, updating family status, verifying income records, and ensuring that all supplementary payments are properly linked to your main entitlement. These steps are crucial to preventing errors, delays, or incorrect payments in the future. Now, let's talk more deeply about the kinds of messages you may receive during this period, because this is where seniors often become confused. You may receive notifications labeled as action required, information needed, or review request. These messages usually appear in your MyGov inbox. They may ask you to confirm details such as your income, address, bank information, relationship status, or assets. In some cases, they may ask you to resubmit documents that were recently updated. As we come to the end of this important update, I want you to take a moment to breathe and remind yourself that staying informed is one of the strongest things you can do for your future. These changes, these alerts, these updates from Centrelink, they can feel overwhelming when they first appear, but the more you understand them, the more control you have over your own peace of mind. You are not facing these updates alone. You have a voice here that guides you, supports you, and explains everything in simple language so you never feel lost or confused. What matters most is that you walk away from this video knowing you are prepared. You know what signs to look for. You know what steps to take if you receive a message or notification. And you know that, even during system updates, your support does not disappear. Your pension, your supplements, your entitlements, they are part of a system designed to protect you, and by staying informed, you are protecting yourself as well. Before you go, I want to thank you sincerely for spending your time with me today. Your trust means everything. If this video helped you understand the situation more clearly, please remember to subscribe to the channel. That simple action ensures you never miss another important update, warning, or payment announcement. It keeps you connected to a place where information is delivered with honesty, clarity, and care, and where your needs as a senior are always respected. If you have a moment, share in the comments where you're watching from. I always love hearing your stories, your concerns, and your experiences. We are not just a channel here, we are a community of older Australians looking out for one another. Thank you again for being here. Take good care of yourself, stay safe, stay alert over the next few days, and remember, you are never alone in this. I'll see you in the next update.